Greetings and welcome to Computer Tips from CareerSource. I'm your host, Kelly Gollobin. Today we're going to look at inserting Clipart and how to wrap text so that your document looks good. So we're going to start with a document that I've just added some dummy text into. I'm going to click to somewhere in the document where I wish to insert some art. So I'm just going to pick the end of this paragraph here. And then we're going to go to the Insert tab. And since I don't have anything already loaded in my pictures storage location, I'm going to go over to Online Pictures. And here it'll take us to a search engine. It's defaulting to Bing, which is fine. I'm going to type in video symbol and let the system do a search. So here we have various images. You can click on the one that you like. I'm going to go with this sort of old school camcorder one and go ahead and check it off and select insert. So when it drops it into the page, it's very large. The first thing that I want to do is to shrink the size of it so it's a little more in line with the rest of the document. We can use the sizing tools over here, but the easiest thing to do is just grab it by a corner sizing handle. And notice I'm picking a corner rather than a side. By grabbing it in the corner, clicking and holding and dragging towards the center of the page, we're shrinking the size of the image but keeping its relative dimensions of height and width the same. So I'm going to shrink it down a little bit more. So you can see as we shrink it that it fits into the page, and by default it's aligned to the left. Here's where we want to look at two tools on the Picture Tools tab, which pops up as soon as we have inserted a picture. The first one is Position, and this is one that we can use to move the art that we have inserted around the page. I'm going to leave it on the left. We can also just simply drag and move the art to position where we like, which is an easier method. But secondly, and more importantly, let's look at this tool called Wrap Text. So currently it's on Square, which we can see wraps the text in a square around the art. We can tighten that up by using Tight or even Through. You're not going to see a whole lot of difference between these two unless your art has a lot of open space, in which case we would see the Through. Top and bottom, we'll leave the space in the middle blank if you want to create something a little bit more airy. And we can certainly position text in back of the art or in front of it. I don't find either of those to be terribly legible. So I'm going to stick with Square. That's my personal preference because I like the crisp, clean look that a square of text around the art gives it. We may further want to create a little bit more white space and just break up the text. We may want to add additional art to the page, but something like this gives it a little pop, but still very readable. I hope you've enjoyed learning today. We'll see you next time.